August 24th is Mamba Day, and Nike is dropping the Kobe 8 Pro Tro Triple White on that special day. But August, it might as well be Kobe Bryant month. On August 12th, the Jordan 12 Field Purple, or Lakers colorway, is coming out. And on August 10th, we're getting one of my favorite shoes from the 90s in the Lakers colorway. And this one is special. It's actually a Kobe Bryant player exclusive. And this was a shoe he wore before he even officially signed with Nike. Nike Air Flight Huarache Black and Varsity Purple, or Kobe PE, or Lakers away. Kobe Bryant is obviously pretty synonymous with Nike. He's got a huge legacy with that company and it's still going strong. There's actually news that Nike is re-releasing Kobe's signature line, I think actually before Mamba Day, so like very soon. However, before he officially signed with Nike, Kobe was with Adidas, and there's actually a little story that Tracy McGrady told on a podcast where Kobe wanted to leave Adidas because Adidas wouldn't give him creative freedom. And knowing Kobe, he'll do whatever it takes to get what he wants. So Kobe actually wanted out of his contract. He had to pay, I think, a few $1 million to exit that contract, and he actually couldn't sign with another sneaker company until the end of 2003. So during that time, he was officially a sneaker free agent. So he actually wore shoes like the Reebok Question Mid Yellow Toe. And another shoe that he wore was this shoe, the Air Flight Huarache Kobe PE. And this shoe is officially dropping on August 10th for $125. The OG colorway, the white and blue and varsity purple color, that came out earlier this year. I really like that shoe. It's one of my favorite releases of 2023. As someone living in Boston, don't love the Lakers, I don't love this shoe, but I love the Air Flight Huaraches. It's like a conflicting feeling. And it's an all nubuck upper sole. Unfortunately, the nubuck does feel like synthetic nubuck. Honestly, not too surprised at a price point of $125. It's not a Jordan brand shoe, it's not a LeBron signature shoe. Didn't really expect the most premium nubuck. With that said, it really doesn't feel too bad. And you'll see this TPU heel counter, one of the more distinct features of the Air Flight Huarache, and that's added for more stability, more support. And then on the ankle, you'll see this cage structure that's also made out of that synthetic nubuck. And perhaps my favorite thing about the Air Flight Huarache is the material that's used to lock your feet in place. So it is neoprene material. And Tinker Hatfield, who was the designer of the shoe along with Eric Avar, when Tinker Hatfield went on a water skiing trip, he was wearing water skiing boots, and that was made out of neoprene. So he was like, why not bring that to the Air Huaraches? And the rest is history. It's a very nice material that really stabilizes your feet. I'll have more to say on size and comfort later, but it's definitely my favorite thing about the Air Flight Huaraches. And the Air Flight Huaraches also feature 2 lines of eyelets, and depending on the size of your feet or the shape of your feet, you can kind of customize the fit. It doesn't like look bad when you think about the idea of having an extra row of eyelets. In my head, I'm like, it might look a bit too messy, but in execution, it doesn't look too bad. Now on the tongue, you see one of the coolest logos, that Huarache logo, and the words Air Huarache by Nike. The material is like that TPU soft rubber material. Feels like an eraser. Love touching that. The Air Flight Huarache also comes with a Phylon midsole, so much lighter than a rubber cup sole or like a polyurethane midsole even. And on the midsole, you see an F that's imprinted to stand for flight. It's the little details that count, and I love that. The shoe also does feature a Nike A unit both on the forefoot as well as the heel. Now on Nike.com's description of the Air Flight Huaraches, it does take note of how it updated the technology to include a Nike A unit on the forefoot as well as the heel. Now I can't really find a definitive answer from 1992 whether or not this shoe came out with just a Nike A unit on the heel. My guess is probably that's why they made that special mention of updating the technology, so I'm guessing they added that Nike A unit on the forefoot in the 2023 version. The shoe features a rubber outsole with predominantly herringbone traction. My favorite thing about this outsole is that little Nike cutout. On the OG colorway, the white, blue, and varsity purple colorway, that outsole actually had like this green tint to it. I particularly love that outsole, but in general, I really like that cutout. Now this shoe doesn't come with any extra laces. I think that's fine. It just stays on theme with the Lakers away color blocking and color scheme. So the black laces actually look pretty nice on the shoe already. If I had to choose any other color, maybe that yellow. I think purple would just be a bit too much on the laces. Probably the yellow or even white, but white doesn't really fit into the theme and color blocking of the shoe. So the black default laces, I have no problem with that. Box of the shoe, just a black box. It says Air Huarache by Nike with the Huarache logo, and this logo might look like a sticker, but it's not. It's like part of the box, just flat, smooth. Inside the box, regular paper. Now moving on to size and comfort, I'm a size 9.5 true to size. I do have wide feet, and for Airflight Huaraches, I do stay true to size. You can make an argument if you have wide feet to go up half a size, because this is a very snug shoe. Remember that neoprene material is made to make your feet like stable and in place. However, it's right below that threshold of being too tight and uncomfortable for my feet. I prefer a more snug fit, so I stick true to size. The length is pretty much perfect the way it is, and the width, again, like I said, it just wraps around my feet pretty much perfectly. If you don't like a snug fit, maybe you can go up half a size if you do have wide feet. I do want to remind you, there's an extra set of eyelets, so you can kind of customize the fit. For me, I do recommend just staying true to size. If you don't have wide feet, I recommend just staying true to size as well. In terms of like the fit in comparison to another shoe, the closest thing that I can think of off the top of my head, maybe the Air Jordan 7s. That's a pretty close comparison as well. That actually uses the same neoprene material. So yeah, actually the Air Jordan 7s, that's a pretty good comparison. In terms of comfort, because of how snug it is around my feet, I just really like the shoe. And despite how bulky or chunky the shoe might look, because of that Phylon midsole, the weight savings that has, it's a pretty light shoe. Like I could wear this all day, and the cushioning inside, because of that neoprene material, as well as the Nike Air unit on both the forefoot as well as the heel, it's very decent. This is a comfortable shoe. So that brings the total sole score to 14 out of 25. Actually one of the lowest scores out of all general release shoes that I've reviewed. Colorway wise, I'm not a Lakers fan, so of course this isn't going to be my favorite colorway. Trying to be objective, it's an all black sneaker, which I actually like, probably more than the average person. I don't mind a black sneaker, but it's just so synonymous with Lakers colors. I also live in Boston, so it's kind of a tough go here. I think this is a decent colorway, not the greatest, definitely not the worst. Material wise, like I said before, the nubuck on this upper sole feels synthetic. Not the greatest nubuck, not the greatest materials. I do really love that neoprene, but yeah, doesn't feel that premium, doesn't feel horrible. It's just right around average. In terms of comfort, like I said before, Airflight Huaraches, one of the more comfortable shoes in my rotation. I really like wearing this shoe. Just wraps around your feet just so perfectly. The cushioning, the padding, on point. In terms of versatility, black sneakers I think are actually pretty versatile, but because of the purple as well as that Lakers gold, might be a bit too much for some people. Unless you're a Lakers fan, obviously you would like the versatility of the shoe, but for the general public, it's not as easy to wear as like more muted colors or more grounded colors. In terms of the versatility of this silhouette itself, some people might think this is a bit too much, might look more of an athletic shoe than something you can wear like casually. Myself, growing up in an era where this look was very popular, I think it's a versatile silhouette. But if I'm being objective, I can see if some people have a problem with wearing this shoe with a lot of different outfits. I will say, for me personally, this shoe just looks better with shorts. When I try to wear it with pants, it's a no-go. In terms of storytelling, it's a Lakers colorway, that's about it. Not a huge story to tell, but it does come out in August. At least they got that right. There's a lot of times Nike or Jordan brand will release a shoe that's for like a special occasion, and they'll just completely be late. Like Halloween shoe will be releasing in like November. It just doesn't make sense. At least they got this shoe out in August. August 24th is obviously Mamba Day, so August does make sense. So they got that right. I'm not a Lakers fan, I do live in Boston, but I've always loved Kobe Bryant. Just his work ethic, his mentality, it's just very appealing. I remember in high school there was like a YouTube video of his highlights called Greatness Personified, and anytime I would get bored, I would go watch that video, and it would just be so inspiring. I loved it. And this shoe just brings back those days. And it also made me realize, especially in the month of August, especially before Mamba Day on August 24th, how much I miss him. Like how much I miss his input on the game. He was always very thoughtful, or very, I don't even know what the word is. He was so thoughtful and so serious about wanting to be great in whatever he did. It was just so inspiring and motivating in so many ways. And this shoe, along with the Kobe Pro Tro Triple White that's about to come out, yeah, just brings back a lot of great memories watching Kobe Bryant. So that's it. Thanks for watching Sole Inclined. Let me know what you think of the Airflight Huarache Black and Varsity Purple, or Kobe PE, or Lakers Away. Like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. And remember, tomorrow may never come, so wear your shoes.